Halo is easily the most recognisable game in the Xbox library, with Halo 5 alone selling 5 million copies. It is without a doubt the biggest game to ever come out of the Xbox Game Studios, and even if you've never played it, it's likely you know who the Master Chief is. Although Steve Downes is best known for his role as Sierra 117, there are a number of well-known actors or celebrities that lended their voice to the series. 10 to be exact. And so with that in mind, here are 10 voice actors you didn't know were in Halo. Or maybe you did know, who knows, not me, I'm just the guy who makes lists on YouTube. On with the list. But before we get into the video, let me just address a little something as to why you haven't heard from me in about 4 or 5 months. And I know, face reveal, incredible. Yeah, the whole reason is that my laptop has been having troubles and I haven't been able to edit my videos, but now I am back, the laptop is sorted and we are going to be smashing out these videos. So if you like the content, subscribe and give it a like, why not? Number 10, Martin O'Donnell. Possibly the most recognisable thing about Halo apart from the Master Chief is its soundtrack, brilliantly composed to immerse the player in the action, whether it be using the noob combo on an elite, fighting off hordes of Flood, or reaching the forward onto Dawn just in time as the floor falls around you. The brain behind the glorious music is Martin O'Donnell. His work on Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 earned him the Game Developer's Choice Award and Best Original Video Game Soundtrack from Rolling Stone. However, alongside working on the music and sound, he also lent his uncredited voice to the series. In Halo Combat Evolved, for example, he can be heard as the voice of a hunter, a jackal and a flood. It's almost like a cameo for fans who adore the soundtrack he created. Number 9, Keith David. Okay, this one is probably the most well known on the list, but damn, it was such a surprise to me. Keith David is an actor with a fairly distinct voice who is known for his role in the movie They Live, where he engages in an awful fistfight for 6 minutes with none other than Rowdy Roddy Piper of all people. He's appeared in Rick and Morty, where he is getting swifty as the President of the United States, and has appeared in other video games like COD Modern Warfare 2, Mass Effect, and even played himself in Saints Row 4, where he recreated the fight with Roddy Piper. But having his voice deepened for his role as the Arbiter definitely threw me off the scent. Going back now and listening to the Arbiter talk, it's obvious that David is the voice behind the Elite. But first time around with no search on iMDB, you can understand by surprise. Number 8, John DiMaggio. John DiMaggio has appeared in a number of video games over his career, so it's no real surprise to have him in a game like Halo. He's landed a role as Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War, and was the voice behind cartoon characters like Bender from Futurama and Jake the Dog in Adventure Time. In Halo 3 and ODST, DiMaggio provides the voice for the Brute Chieftains, which are the hammer-wielding, Spartan-killing bullet sponges. DiMaggio also voices Heretic leader Caesar Refemi in the Halo 2 Anniversary Terminals. A fun little Easter egg was placed in Halo 3 where you can hear a Marine say, "You're pending for a bending," which is of course the catchphrase from the previously mentioned Bender. Number 7, Aisha Tyler. Current host of Whose Line Is It Anyway, Aisha Tyler is probably one of the lesser known actors on this list. She had a small role in Friends as the love interest of both Ross and Joey, but she is most known for her role as Special Agent Lana Kane in the FX hit show Archer. 1 year after the release of Archer Season 1, Tyler landed the role of her dreams, and was possibly the defining moment of her career. Of course, I'm talking about her role as Female Soldier Number 2 in Halo Reach, a very minor role for an actress of her talents. Fans of Archer would surely be surprised that Lana Kane is still kicking ass in the Halo universe. Number 6, Dee Bradley Baker. Dee Bradley Baker is one of those people who seem to appear in every cartoon they possibly can. He's famous for his roles in SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly OddParents, Phineas and Ferb, American Dad, Ben 10, Dexter's Laboratory, Adventure Time, and both Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, just to name a few of course. The guy has an IMDb list longer than the Great Wall of China, and on that list is a credit for playing Halo villain and leader of the Flood, Gravemind. A major role that on first listen you wouldn't know who it was, but thanks to the power of Google, I've managed to ease your mind and remove any doubt that you definitely didn't have. Number 5, Deborah Wilson. More known for her work on video games recently, Deborah Wilson has had quite the resume for voice acting roles. Her most notable ones are as Cere Junda in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and as Grace Walker in Wolfenstein The New Colossus. Alongside these games, she provided the voices for background characters in games like GTA 5, Fallout New Vegas, and surprise surprise, Halo 3. Some of the female Marines in Halo 3 are the voice of now popular Wilson, and now that she's become a big time player in the world of voice acting, it'll be interesting to see if she makes a return in Halo 6. Number 4. David Cross. Some of you know him as Dwight Hartman from Scary Movie 2, others might know him as Dr. Tobias Funk from Arrested Development. Some of you may even know him as Zero from GTA San Andreas. I, however, know him as Male Marine in Halo 2. The American stand-up comedian did have a small role in Halo 2 as a Marine, and it's fairly surprising that it was such a small role as his popularity was big enough in 2004. He had landed the aforementioned roles either in or before 2004, so it wasn't like he was unknown at this time. But I bet you didn't know that it was him in the game, and well, that is the point of the list after all. Number 3. Nathan Fillion. Nerd heartthrob Nathan Fillion may be known for his work as Malcolm Reynolds in Firefly and Richard Castle, but he managed to land 2 different roles in 4 different Halo games. His first role came in the form of Sergeant Reynolds in Halo 3. The second role was as Gunnery Sergeant Book, one of the playable ODST soldiers in ODST. He then reprised his role as Book for a cameo in Halo Reach in the mission New Alexandria, and then again in Halo 5. Hell, they even used his likeness in both ODST and Halo 5, so maybe he is a well-known actor in Halo, but if you're like me, someone who can only use 10% of their brain, then this would have went right over your head. Number 2. Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk, or as his friends call him Steve the Pirate, was another star in Firefly. But guess what? He was another star in Halo. Who would have thought? Just like Fillion before him, Tudyk had roles in both Halo 3 and ODST, playing a Marine and ODST Mickey respectively. Tudyk is a fairly well-known voice in the world of movies and television, with notable roles as K2SO in Rogue One and Iago in the Aladdin reboot. But for a man of his talents, he hasn't really delved into the world of video games, apart from the odd role here or there. Halo is by far his most notable in video games. Especially with his first role only being a Marine, it's incredible to think how much star power the Halo series was able to use on minor roles. Number 1. Conan OBrien. Conan is primarily known for 2 things, being a talk show host and having the weirdest shape to hair that anyone has ever seen. Just look at it. It was because of his popularity as a talk show host that he was able to insert himself and sidekick Andy Richter into an Easter egg in Halo 4. The Easter egg in question is at the start of Mission 6 Shutdown. If you walk over to 2 Marines guarding some crates in the corner and wait for a few seconds, you'll be treated to a couple of lines from O'Brien and Richter.
This is a pretty sweet union we're in. It's fantastic. Stand near the crates, but don't ever move them.
Right. Right.
So that was the list. Did you know any of them, or did I miss out on any surprising actors in Halo? Let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't quit the video yet, you can activate the Halo ring by pressing the subscribe button below. I swear it's not a trap. I have been Lenny, and I will see you next time.